What's up? What's up? What's up, Swineheads Network? Today is Saturday. Let's see what we looking at. Saturday, August 23rd. Saturday, August 23rd. Man, we finna get into these charts. We are going to talk about, let's see what we talking about today. We finna get into these charts, man. We're gonna talk about Bitcoin dominance. We're gonna talk about Ethereum. We're gonna talk about Bitcoin, uh, Solana, Sui, and what's my other one? AVAX. All right, we finna get into all those, man. Saturday morning stream. Let me get some music playing. I thought I had my music playing. Saturday morning stream, man. We just chilling, looking at the charts, seeing what we can. Maybe I can come up with a play. I got a little extra cash. I got about $25 that I can put on the play. So I'm finna see where I can put my little change at, man. I'm finna see where we can get our change, put my change at, and see if we can come up. All right, let's get into it, man. Looking at the charts, we're gonna look at Bitcoin dominance first. I'm always looking at Bitcoin dominance first because I feel like Bitcoin dominance tells a story. Bitcoin dominance tells a story. It tells us what we're looking at. It tells us if altcoins are about to take off, if we, consolidate, or if we about to break down. If we just look at Bitcoin dominance, and I'm gonna go to the weekly so we can look at it from a bigger time frame. And you can see this long trend line that I keep pointing out. We began this trend line at about November 2022. November 2022, then we came up, we touched this trend line again, December 2024. Monday on the 9th, we came down and touched this on the 2nd. We came down and touched this on the 2nd. And then we just broke below August 4th, 2025. So the beginning of this month, we broke down on this Bitcoin dominance. And you can see the candles, the weekly candles just been going down, down, and down. In the last video, I was talking about going up and retesting this because Bitcoin was starting to move back up and everybody was getting scared and freaked out. But I was like, we have to go back up and test the 60 mark. We go back up and test the 60 mark. If that doesn't hold, then we should continue breaking down. We should continue to see the altcoins breaking out. So if I go to the daily, zoom in just a little bit. I think we was in this candle right here. We was in this candle right here when I spoke on the breaking the 60% mark. And then the next candle we just broke down. As you can see, we broke down out this little pattern right here. We broke down, and we're still breaking down. So if Bitcoin dominance is breaking down, that means everything else, all the other coins, are probably breaking out or on the verge of breaking out. If we go take a look at ETH versus BTC, ETH versus BTC measures Ethereum's price action against Bitcoin. Which one is moving? Um, I say which one is moving the most, but basically which one is risky, is more risky to hold. I don't even want to say more risky to hold. I'm gonna say which one is gonna move the most within the next time frame, whatever it is, right? So we in the daily and we see the ETH versus BTC breaking up. That means ETH is outperforming Bitcoin. And from the look of it, we started outperforming back in April 2025. April 2025, and we just been going up. Now I think we're gonna come up into some resistance. Actually, right now we got some resistance at the 0.4. You can see if we look left, you see we got rejected right here, got rejected right here, and then we got rejected up in this area. So right now we are trying to break above and hold, but this could be a significant spot, right? Because if we can reclaim this, go sideways, probably touch this trend line, then get above this one up here, then I feel like we're really gonna see a big explosion in ETH and altcoins. You know, so we're looking at this right here and like this little area right here. We need to hold this and keep moving up on ETH versus BTC. We do not want to see a breakdown. Breakdown could signal the end of the bull market, in my opinion, because we break down from this trend line right here, and this has to hold. We start to look at things that has to hold versus right now we have nothing in our way. We got to look way over here to see, right? But if we start to break down, then we had to come look at this. We got to get above this one. You know what I mean? We'll start to make a pattern that could easily roll over. So we want to stay above this trend line within the next weeks and months to continue the altcoin season. All right, that's ETH versus BTC. Now let's go look at Ethereum all the way, man. Ethereum has really took over. A lot of people were sleeping on Ethereum, saying that Ethereum was done, it was dead. Solana has taken over and all that. I never was one of those people. I always believed in ETH. I believe ETH is here to stay. ETH is going to be a very important piece to this Web3. So I think it's not financial advice, but I think we all should be DCAing into ETH, just buying and holding for the long term, right? And once we broke above this blue trend line right here at about 3.6, consolidate a little bit, and then boom, slowed it up. Now we are testing this yellow trend line right here. We're trying to hold above this, but we got some overhead resistance right at about 49, which is I think it's all-time high. Have we broke all-time high yet? Man, we are literally right there on the all-time high. So let's see what ETH does. We could just break above and explode up. We probably break above and then consolidate a little bit before we just continue to go up. So ETH is in I don't know, it's moving up, man. Like I said, we could consolidate, come sideways until we touch this blue line again. So that's a possibility. But ETH is definitely looking bullish right now. ETH is looking very bullish. Let's go look at Sol. Sol has been going crazy since ETH has been kind of like going sideways since the breakup. Uh, Sol has been just running. Sol has been running. Let's go to the daily. Okay, the last 2 days, 1, 2, Sol has went up 16% of the last couple of days, and right now it's going into some overhead resistance. Uh, get above this, the next the next resistance is going to be about 253, 254, as I keep calling, but we need to get above this trend line right here. All right, we need to get above this trend line, and we need to hold this one at about 160 something. I'm gonna even go up and say about 175. We need to hold 175 on Sol. But Sol is also looking good. As long as Bitcoin remain bullish, Sol is looking very good. Sui. Sui is one of my favorite tokens. I'm always talking about Sui. I believe Sui is making an inverse head and shoulders pattern right now as we speak. I got it drawn out. We got a left shoulder. We got a head. We have a right shoulder that's beginning to break back up. Now we got to break above this trend line. If we break above this trend line, the measured move on Sui would be, it's 21%, go up 21%, about $5. So we're looking for a $5 Sui. Once we hit that $5, we probably start to make another pattern, and then we'll assess from there. But right now, Sui is looking like a $5 token. Let's see what happens. First, we got to break this neckline. All right. But Sui is looking very good to me. AVAX is doing good for me right now. I feel like AVAX is about to explode, like explode. Look at this supply area that it keeps coming up in. Supply, supply, supply. Eventually, this will come. This will turn into support. Because right now it's resist. We can't get above. But look how we starting to make a W pattern right here. And starting to follow this trend line. I think this trend line is going to push AVAX up out of this red area that I have drawn out. And once we break above, keep going up. Once we break above, and I say we're going to have a big explosion. We might get some little choppiness up in this area at about 30s, in the 30s, 35s, somewhere up in there. But the ultimate target, I feel like we're coming back up versus this green dot at about 50 bucks, 50 to 48 bucks on AVAX over the next few weeks and months. All right. This trend line will be the tail. I'm going to draw this out. So I feel like this is the one that's going to hold. If we break below this, then I feel like that's where you take profit. But as for now, this trend line and this red area, I'm looking to break above on AVAX and then get up to this $48, $50 mark. All right, that's what we're looking like on AVAX. Let's go look at my portfolio. That's pretty much all the ones that I'm holding. Now I'm holding SHIB too. I have a position in SHIB. All right, SHIB. Let's look at SHIB. We take some of these lines out. This bull flag right here broke up. It'd be too many lines, bro. It'd be too many distractions that I'm looking at. I want to be clear, show y'all exactly what I'm looking at. Gotta put a line right here. Boom, boom, boom. So we definitely need to get back up to this point right here at about 33. About, yeah, about, you know, 0, 0, 0. But about 33 up here is what we need to get back to. Now, if we look at this fractal over here, if we look at the previous price action, how once we was going down and then we started to go sideways, and then we start to make higher lows, higher lows. So right now we coming down sideways a little bit. Now we starting to make higher low. We make the first higher low, right? So over here, the first higher low, you can say was either right here or right here. But once we begin to make the higher lows, that's when we seen the breakout on SHIB. So this is looking similar to over here. So that's why I'm holding this and seeing how long. I mean, I don't know how long it's gonna take. I'm gonna take this off right here. But this is one that I want to have and patiently waiting for the breakout. Because I feel like if ETH is breaking out, SHIB is the first meme token on ETH. So if ETH is breaking out, eventually SHIB is gonna have its day. Yeah, so I'm looking at, we gotta get above this right here at about 0.149. SHIB get above this, and we probably see a big breakup. RSI consolidating below the 50. Again, we get above this trend line. We get above the 50 right here on the RSI, and we probably see a big explosion up on SHIB. Now let's go look at my portfolio right quick, see what we're looking at on Coin Market Cap. Bitcoin is at 115. Ethereum is at 4,750. XRP $3.02. No, $3.2. Yeah, $3.02. Solana 203. Dogecoin 0.23 cent. Chainlink $26. Chainlink has went up 14% over the last 7 days. Chainlink has been running. Sui 3.72. Avalanche 25.9. This is up 7% over the last 7 days. Avalanche, I feel like is running. How y'all hold? I'm also holding Litecoin. I gotta go back and do Litecoin because I'm holding a little bit of Litecoin also, and then my Shiba Inu. Litecoin today, down 1%. Shiba Inu 0.6%. It's the weekend. I feel like a lot of things are just consolidating, going sideways. We won't really see no big volume until Sunday, Monday. So this is the time that you want to kind of look and see what you, if you're not already in, you want to, start DCAing in, getting ready for the next week. All right, let's go look at my portfolio. So in my portfolio, this is pretty much the tokens that I'm holding, and I'm holding these tokens on leverage. So if we go look at my profits, let's see where it's at over here. All-time profits, where it's at? All-time profits, here we go. And click on it. So right now I'm at 35 bucks in profit. I'm up 2.86%. Up by 35 bucks on this. My AVAX is up. See profit. My AVAX is up $16, $17. My Litecoin is up 10 bucks. My Sui is up 10 bucks. Shiba Inu is down 10 bucks. And my Solana is up 10 bucks. So 16, 20, 30, 46. Okay. So we just gotta get our Shiba Inu. Everything's in the green. We just gotta get our Shiba Inu running right. And I remember I bought Shiba Inu at the wrong time. As soon as I bought Shiba, it dipped. So yeah, my Shiba Inu is the only thing down at the moment. Everything else is in the green, which is good. I'm finna add. So I got Solana Shield. I'm either finna add to one of these positions, or I'm finna add a whole nother token. Cause I got about 25 bucks that I want to put on leverage. Put on about a 5x leverage. That'll give me about 125. Let's see, yeah, 25. Yeah, about $125 on something. But I gotta figure out what it is. What do I want to hold? Let's go to my watch list. Okay, on my watch list, these are the ones that I have some of these, but these are the ones that I'm watching, trying to get a good buying price on these that I want to hold over the next few months. XRP, I'm not in XRP yet. I'm not in Dogecoin. Chainlink has ran too much. Stellar, don't really care about Stellar. I hold Avalanche, I hold Litecoin. Ton. So Ton, Polymatic. What hasn't ran yet? Pudgy Ping was up 8%. Polygon Matic is up 6% within the last 7 days. Okay, last 24 hours. Let's see. Pudgy has ran last 24 hours. Ton, nope. Chainlink is down 3%. XRP. Okay, let's go look at Ton, Polymatic, and let's look at those two right now. And if I can't find nothing, I'm just gonna buy into something I already have. I'm just gonna DCA into a token that I already have. But let me go check these first. Just make sure I'm not missing nothing. Let's see. Ton is on. Let's see. Where do I want to buy it from? Ton. Let's go to Binance. And I think Ton is a Telegram. It's a token for Telegram, which Telegram has a lot of users. So Ton has the potential to do very well. But is it something that I want to play with? Is it something that I want to put my money in? I try to put my money into tokens that's, if we come into a bear market right now, I don't mind holding them throughout the bear market, right? It's just great tokens. I feel like great tokens that eventually going to go up. Degen. Degen is a token that I want to hold off. So let's see. Degen might be the one. I might go into Degen on a real low leverage. And 20% is right here. See, Degen is so volatile though. I want to make sure that I don't get stopped out. Whatever I buy, I want to be safe. I want to hold it throughout the bear market. I don't want to lose it. So I got to be careful. Maybe I just go into something that I already hold. And I think I have the least amount of soul. Let's see what soul is looking like. The best, this would have been a good time to buy soul right here. Okay, what price was this? A good time to buy soul would have been, came down, did right here. So this would have been a good safe place to buy soul right here at about 129. And then we came up and we just came and tested again. So right here would have been a good spot at 160. And now we started to go up some more. So I feel like I missed the best time to buy. If I buy right here, it's a possibility that we could just come down and come back to 180. Uh, let's see if I can find something else. Ice, you gotta sit, man. No, sit, sit. All right, so like I said, I got a little cap that I want to deploy, but I don't know exactly what yet, so I'm gonna wait on it. Let's go look at it. Ice, get down. You finna get out of here, man. Sit, sit. Mm. As a matter of fact, my Discord. So whatever play I'm finna do on the extra $25. So here go the deal. If you got 20 bucks, 25 bucks, I'm finna put up a new play into the Discord. Right? I'm finna put a new play in the Discord. I'm gonna break it down where I'm buying it, where I'm taking profits at, and all that. Um, so this will be open. I'm gonna upload it in here into the plays, and if you get the invite, you'll come over here to the plays. You'll see it, but this will be in my Discord. I'm gonna put my Discord. My Discord link is on my Instagram, on my YouTube. Click that link, and this is where I'm posting my plays before I take them. Right? As soon as I see a play, before I enter, I come over here and I'm gonna draw up a trading plan. Right? On my Discord. So y'all check that out on my Discord. Like I said, link on my Instagram, on my YouTube, and I probably post a link on my Facebook real soon. All right, so this we're looking at on my Discord. Again, this is brand new. I'm getting it started, man. I don't even have a lot of channels over here yet. So I'm getting started on my Discord, but I will be uploading plays. Mm. Let's go take some news on X before we get up out of here. Let's search. Let's see. altcoins. Altcoin season. Now, just yesterday we had Friday we had a CPI reading that came back. Matter of fact, let's look at that right quick. Let's search Jerome Powell. Jerome Powell speech. Mhm. Okay, here we go. Just in 22 August 22nd, just in Fair Chair Jerome Powell suggests current conditions may warrant interest rates cuts. So this came out yesterday, right? So the sentiment is we should get some interest rate cut, I think in September. So that's why you seen the market pump. Like everybody's seen that news and the market just went crazy because we have been waiting for an interest rate cut for a very long time now. Trump has been pushing it. They've been calling this man names. We call him too late Powell and all that. So something got through to him. It could have been I think just recently Trump discovered that some numbers was false and all this and that. So I don't know. But here go the actual speech. The actual speech of Jerome Powell breaking the news of interest rates. Interest rates should be cut in September, right? So that was a big deal yesterday to cause the markets to pump. So we got to see how this is gonna play out going into next week. But we got to get a Sunday close, tomorrow close, see where we at. Let's go look at Bitcoin one more time. Matter of fact, let's go look at my. Y'all can follow me on X at Swineheads Investments. Where we at? Profile. Where we go? Certified. Okay, yeah. So y'all can come over here and follow me on X, man. Swinehead Network. Swineheads Network. All right. Click the follow button. Click the bell. Is it a bell over here on Twitter? On X? I'm not sure. But y'all follow me on X, man. Again, this is basically just me building a portfolio, building a brand, starting from zero, showing y'all my trades, and just building it up from the bottom. Building it up from the bottom, man. But that's pretty much it, man. With about 29, 30 minutes in, that's it. I'll be back later on. I think I'm gonna do a how-to on Femix, a how-to on WeX. So I'm gonna do a video showing the people that don't understand how to operate a leverage platform. I'll show you how to trade on leverage. Show you different platforms that you can use it on. And just give you the breakdown on how to trade using leverage. All right, that's what we're gonna get to next, man. Next video. This is Swineheads Network. My name is Rob, and I'm out.